can't be easy for the F2s. You've been a doctor for 5 minutes and you've got post-mortem hanging over you.
OK. What are we looking at here? What's the worst-case scenario?
Well, an inquiry. There'll be disciplinaries. Possible retraining.
If they're to blame. You don't think they are, do you?
They were given advice.
What?
What? You gave them advice over Mr. Haroon?
That explains why they're so junky.
What happened?
I simply pointed out that they should be aware that there would be contraindications before bringing down his potassium.
Oh, for God's sake.
Got a big fire. ETA 5 minutes. Oh, and strictly confidential staff appraisals on the coffee machine.
Oh, that's where yeah. Don't worry, I haven't filled them out yet.
Adam?
I better go.
Adam?
Systolic hasn't budged. Actually, it's...
Patients last week.
Well, more than 1,800 people came through the door, yeah, but we didn't actually see them all.
But you assessed them, made a judgment, and then moved them on.
Well, I guess so, but it's not exactly a medical judgment.
No, it's a game of numbers, Noel. Right, if that's what they want to do with us, then we'll do it with them.
Over-infusing it. You know, there's no shame in asking for help.
I don't need help.
If there's anyone who needs help, it's you, Ruth.
This is not about us.
No, it never was. You need to clear your head and focus on this.
Everything all right?
Yes, it's fine.
Her BP's continuing to drop and there's fluid in her lungs.
Dr. Winters.
I'm running out of options. If you need me, I'm here.
Thank you, Jay.
I've done everything.
You have a patient in steep decline. When you have done everything, you go back to the top and start again. A, B, C, D, E. Even God has to revert to the basics occasionally.
Could you help me?
Come on, then. What's her name?
Serena.
Hello, Serena. I'm Mr. Jordan. I just want to check the mobility of your legs, OK? Just hold it there for me. Hammer, please. On the right one. Try again. Hold it. No.
She has cerebral palsy. We don't know her usual baseline, so it's hard to assess her.
Reflexes are equivocal. OK, Serena. Now I want you to remain perfectly still for me, please. I just want to feel around the back of your neck. Let me know if there's any pain. Keep still, absolutely still. There?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tenderness in C7. I think she's got a partial spinal cord injury. Let's get the collar on.
OK, Breen.
Did you log roll her?
Yeah, she didn't have any tenderness. Can't bring her pressure up. I've scanned her and I can't find where she's bleeding out.
Low blood pressure. Low heart rate. That's a red flag, isn't it? I don't think she's bleeding out. I think she's gone into neurogenic shock. How much fluid did you give her?
3 litres.
Way too much. Are these her chest x-rays?
Yeah, she was having difficulty breathing and her sats dropped.
Pulmonary edema. Okay. Right, I'm going to give her 40 milligrams of furosemide. Switch off the fluid, close the IV line. And I want you to set up for a noradrenaline infusion. Okay? Okay. All right, there you go, Serena. Good.
Is there nerve damage? I paralysed her.
I hope not.
You think her neck's broken?
I think there's a fracture, possibly a dislocation as well.
So what? I missed the tenderness on my neck exam.
You just decided it wasn't there, Ruth. That's all.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything.
Thank you.
I'm told you did well in resus today. How did it feel? Scary? Terrifying? It's great, isn't it?
Sarah Evans has released me from my contract.
And that contract made you a doctor, did it? Hmm? You heading down there? I'd like to buy you a drink.
Why would you want to do that?
Because you're right. Life isn't so bad. Thank you. Well, Are you coming?